Hello, Leo. Welcome to your full moon charm reading. I am not going to shift into warp speed today. I have shuffled these cards, but I am going to give them a quick shuffle again. We're going to clarify with this double deck, and we're going to lay out your charms first. So let's get started. For Leo, please. Let's see. Okay, let's start down here with self. You have a lot going on with your money and your career, but let's start with self. With spirit self, it looks like you have some protection here. Protection against the evil eye, which is always good. So your self is definitely protected. In advice here, you have advice. You have a sword that's pointing towards home and family. Now we're going to clarify all this. We might not get a very clear picture of everything with the charms, but I find that the combination of charms and oracle really gives us a nice picture of what's going on. But here you have a sword, which is quite defensive, pointing towards your family. You might be very defensive about your family. There might be people in your family that you're defensive with. And the advice here is to be defensive, is to be protective. Either protective with yourself or protective of them. Now, in home and family, you do have a female energy here. Oops. That's pretty close with you. And I would say that's a positive impact, but at the same time, the advice and guidance is pointing towards this female figure. So you might be feeling defensive towards a female figure in your life. This person doesn't seem like a bad person. They just seem like somebody that you may have to defend yourself or defend your choices with. At the same time, for others of you, it might be you defending a female figure in your family. In your home and family, and it's not right on top of you. Now, to be clear, you reside here, and everything scattered. The proximity means something. So further away here, you have some surprise coming. There is a surprise coming, and it has to do with your home and family. So that's always nice to see. Here in your health and well-being, you do have the blue stone of tranquility. So your well-being is, in good shape. Now, what's great about this, in your health and well-being too, you also have the butterfly. And, the butterfly obviously stands for metamorphosis of some type. You might be trying to change your life, Leo. You might be trying to, for others of you, you might be trying to have a glow up physically with yourself. Others of you, you're trying to change some aspect of your life into something that you want. And for people who might be defensive towards a family figure, perhaps someone in your family isn't exactly on board with this. There's nothing terrible here. Like, believe me, let's just keep going. Okay. So you have in love and partnerships, you have a compass, you have strong is beautiful. You have the rose quartz, which is beautiful energy. And so I would say your love and partnerships is good. You might have a strong woman or a strong man in your life. And the compass it looks like you're both on the same path, so to speak. And here, in between advice and love and partnerships, you have the love symbol. So the person you're with right now, if you're with someone, the person you're with right now is really good for you. And if that's not the case, I would venture to say that there is love coming into your life. This is very close. This is very close, Leo. So if you are alone, or if you're in a situation you don't like, you can expect that to change, especially with the compass. Now, I forgot to mention here, in between advice and self, you do have the snail shell here. and it's very, very close to the center. And this means that there's something that you might keep hidden from other people. There's something that could be deep-seated from your childhood. There is something you're looking to change, because you have yet another metamorphosis symbol here with a different butterfly. And there's something either within your life or within yourself that you are looking to change. Something that has been around for quite some time. In the center, dead center, you have a phallic symbol. And for those of you who are male, that's a very positive omen for the fact that you are well protected. You're in charge of your life. You're entering into a period of potency. For those of you who identify as female, this could represent a male figure in your life that's very protective, because this is made of tiger's eye. And that's a very protective crystal. Here in social life and others, and that could mean anyone that's outside yourself that's in your life. It could be your coworkers, your friends, even your enemies, honestly. This is just people outside of yourself. Here you have the tiger's eye again, and this is kind of far away. Now let's get a little bit closer here to have a better understanding. This says tears of my enemies. And right next to tears of my enemies, it says, I don't think anyone's gotten this charm yet, Leo. It says, I miss the old Kanye. Interesting. Well, obviously that's funny, but I think there are people in your life that are not going to understand the transition you're going through, or the transition you're attempting to go through. They might miss the old you, for sure, but you don't. You're looking to move on. The butterflies definitely give us a clue, along with that Kanye charm, that you are looking to change how you're perceived, who you are, and perhaps the path you're on. And you are protected in this choice with this tiger's eye. Okay, so for career and business, we are all mad here, and that is right on top of the Libra symbol. So for career and business, there could be a Libra in your life that's important. You could have Libra highly aspected in your chart, but more than that, it could represent you trying to balance two things. You trying to figure out how to accomplish two things at once. It could be your love life and your career. It could be a career you're in and a career you'd like to be in. You're trying to balance and find room for this road that encompasses more than one thing, at least initially. And that we are all mad here further points to some people in your life perhaps not understanding your choice in roads, in paths. You have here in career and business, again, you have believe. So it is in between career and business and wealth. So you have to sort of believe. And, I know that Leos are very good at that. They're very good at having tunnel vision and believing in their dreams. And this is just spirit telling you you're on the right track. Keep going. You do have here this, how do I put this? That stone is a tektite, and this particular tektite was found in King Tut's crown. It's worn by royalty. It's the remnants of a meteor. It is rare. It is an omen of success. Short and sweet. Now, on the way up towards this success, you do have this earring, and this earring is indicative of someone who might try to cheat you out of something. So as you're attaining this success, just be wary of anyone who has an offer that's too good to be true, sounds too good to be true. Really look over anything. Because sometimes when we start to become successful, the vultures start circling. So this would be one of the vultures. It's not right on top of you. So I'm assuming it's someone that's not in your life right now, but just be on the lookout for this particular type of character. You have here in finances, the Day of the Dead. You have the Day of the Dead. There's something in wealth. There might be something that you put on the back burner here. There might be honestly something in your life that you're trying to kill, like, not literally, but just something that you're trying to snip, do away with, end. With this metamorphosis, I could see that. Whether it's an aspect of you, whether it's somebody in your life, whether it's a career path, it could be anything, but there is something you're looking to just do away with. You've had enough of it. It's done. You feel that it's not going to lead to your long-term happiness or wealth, and so you are saying goodbye to that thing. Here you have I love you to the moon and back. So there is somebody in your life that truly loves you, and this comes with a key. So this person is the key to a certain aspect of your future, which is great. Wealth is not only finances, it's many things. Wealth is abundance. So to have an abundant life, a well-balanced life, like you see with this Libra symbol, you need abundance, right? You don't need just money. You don't need just love. You need a balance of the two. And this reading is really telling you that you have every condition ripe to have both. You have here you have believe in love. There's a lot of sweetness here, and you also have the stone of fertility. So all the stuff that we mentioned, along with never give up. And wait a minute, there's more. Let's see, wait. You have on the border of finances and career, you have the Wheel of Fortune. That's a tarot card that is going, this is a little far in your, not far in your future, but a little further away. It's not tomorrow. There is something that's going to happen because there's a key right next to it, another key. And this is interesting because in your February 2024 reading, the thumbnail I chose for you is a pile of keys. And you do have the key. You're going to find a key that's going to change your direction. And I'm not saying it's going to change your direction away from your dreams, but something's going to happen. There's going to be an aha moment here, Leo, where you're going to really figure something out, and something's going to click, and you're going to gain momentum in whatever direction you're trying to go in. So let's do these oracle cards. I'm going to move this here. In spirit and self, you have release, surrender, and purge. Okay? There might be something in your life that you need to purge, especially with this sword. There might be something in your life you need to release so you could focus completely on the thing that you want. So you need to get past that, if that makes sense to you. In advice for Leo, you have two cards. I'll take both. You have an unexpected storm, and you have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So there might be a sort of, okay, this could be one of two things. We have, hold on, let me sneeze 1 minute. Sorry about that. I didn't want to sneeze into the microphone. You do have, Taurus season is coming, and there might be some sort of unexpected storm during that time. And it is next to this sword. So you might have a falling out. And I'm not saying it's a falling out where, someone really did you wrong and you cut them out and it's this big giant drama. But you might have a misunderstanding with someone you care about, and it looks like to be a family member. There's a sword. And it would create a sort of mini storm here in your life. And you could expect that. I mean, it does say Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And obviously it could be one of those signs. But Taurus season is coming, and my first inclination was to point towards that. So you might have a misunderstanding with someone that you care about. Love and partnerships. Love and partnerships. Yep, you have new beginnings. Remember when I said all those wonderful things about your love life? Well, Jupiter is on your side here. Action, beginnings. You might have a new beginning with someone. If someone is not in your life, you could have a new beginning with someone new. You could have a new beginning with someone who perhaps you broke up with, or you could have a new spark that comes into your relationship. That if you're happy in your relationship currently. Social life, others, social life, others. Of course, go on, just land on top of the candle and burn. You have gratitude. So, yeah, so abundance, gratitude. One of the cards fell, and I'm going to take both of them. So you have abundance and gratitude here in others. So you might be sort of happy. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to get to this card in a second. You have abundance and gratitude in others. So there might be some people in your life that you're very happy to have in your life. And the thing is, there are two groups of people in your life, or, you know, you're very, very happy with some of these people and you're very, very grateful that they're around. And there are other people, like we talked about, who, you know, perhaps aren't on your side. Perhaps they're jealous. Perhaps they give you a facade. There's a mixed bag of nuts here. But there is nothing here that tells me you don't know who these people are already. In the career and business, the thing in the future was the thing in the future that you need to watch out for. But you do have a few people in your life that put on a face and they aren't what they seem, for sure. Show me career and business. Career and business, please. Career and business for Leo. Career and business. Show me a card, Spirit, for career and business for Leo. We have career and business. You have doubts, lack. Interesting. There might come a time very soon, Leo, where you might doubt your beliefs. I really think this is temporary energy because I'm looking at all your charms, and your charms are off. I mean, they're just good. They're good. They're telling you to believe, but perhaps all these belief things, you might have a moment coming up in your future here where you doubt certain things. You might have a feeling of lack, and it might be other people in your life making you feel that way, making you feel like you've made the wrong decision, second guessing yourself. The advice here is to believe, weather this storm here. The finances and wealth. You have truth of expression. I think we talked about this more than once during this reading, where there have been other people in your life that may not understand your choices. There might be people in your life that are not sharing their opinion, but they're certainly sharing their negative energy. And there might be times where you yourself feel like you can't really be honest about what you want totally, where you can't really express yourself the way you'd like to. But you're going to find some strength here, Leo, with these charms and with this card. You're going to find the strength and the wherewithal very soon to just be, especially with the sword here. You have picked up a sword and you're like, nope. You know, I do remember seeing in your readings more than once the King of Swords coming up holding his sword. And yeah, I do believe that you are stepping into that sort of power. Health and well-being for Leo. Health and well-being for Leo. Health and well-being for Leo. You have fears, limitations. Leo, what's going on? Is there something in your life that you are worried about? You know, these fears and limitations under health and well-being, it could just be your well-being. You may feel limited. You may feel, I pretty much think, one of your weekly readings, there was someone in your energy that sort of took up a lot of your time and energy, and as a result, you weren't able to put your energy into what you needed to. I vaguely remember that in one of your readings. I'm trying to remember the name of that reading. It's on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, yeah, you might feel limited. There might feel sometimes where there's someone in your life that makes you feel limited, and like, I'm not getting bad vibes from this person. I'm not saying that, oh, this is a terrible person, get rid of them. But there may be something in your life or someone in your life that's making you feel limited in there's so much you want to do. There's so much more you'd like to do, and your time or your energy somehow is limited. Home and family. All right, so with this card, I would say that this is a third party situation. Now, when I say that, I'm not talking, obviously this is home and family. Now, for some of you, of course, this might be literal third party situation where there's someone else involved in your relationship, right? And bothering your relationship. This third party could be romantic in nature. It could be someone's mother. It could be someone's sister, someone's buddy, could be anything. But honestly, and it also, by the way, could be someone's job, right? Someone's job could be taking them away from the relationship. Now, in this situation, I think for some of you, not all of you, you could pick from any of those things I just said. But for some of you, I really think this is 3 people in your home and family, including yourself, that are involved in this whole thing, right? So 2 other people other than you. There's 3 parties to this situation, right? And see even the swords pointing in this direction. So you might feel very defensive towards 2 other people in your family. They may not understand. They might want the old Kanye back. They might feel that your new path doesn't really, they don't understand it. They don't agree with it. So yeah, for sure, I think there are 3 people involved with this, or 2 parties and a thing. 2 parties and a thing. Why am I saying that? So it could be 2 people, a couple, and a job or a goal that's getting in the way. That's interesting, actually. So let me look at the rest of these cards. At the bottom, you have avoidance. You might be trying to avoid arguing. You might be trying to avoid having certain discussions with someone. You may feel that it's just not worth it. You may feel, and here's another avoidance, stalemate, closed off, guarded, resistance. You may feel guarded. You may just feel like you don't want to fight. You do have passion and chemistry with someone in your life. And we talked about that. There is someone in your life that's actually really in love with you, and you look like you're in love with them. And I'm telling you, if that isn't happening, that will happen. You have your ancestors guiding you. All right. And if you don't believe in ancestry, you're definitely the alchemist in this situation. You're taking a situation and you're turning it into a fruitful one. And here we go. We have assistance again. You definitely have assistance on the other side. That's come up in your readings more than once. This winter, you're going to experience a rebirth. You may be feeling guilt. You may be feeling like someone, we discussed this, is sabotaging certain parts of your goal. You may be made to feel guilty about that, or you may feel just naturally guilty about it. You do have a higher self being activated, meaning you are jumping timelines. You're here, you're leveling up. You need to allow that to happen. Whoever it is in your life, I didn't see anybody here in your life except for that one character that comes out of the woodwork when you start doing well. But I didn't see anybody in your life that was bad for you. I just think that they have strong opinions, and your opinion needs to be louder than anyone else's. You do have third eye, which means trust your intuition. You will get the clarity that you need. Summer is going to be a big big time for growth for you. But you have to sort of plant the seeds and do the work now, whatever that means to you. You might have someone in your life that's fairly controlling, and it's time to sort of put a buffer on that, put an end to that. You might feel confusion here. People might think you're deluded. People might think you're deluded, but I honestly don't think that's true. I just think they want the old Kanye back. Here you have temptation. They might feel that you're being tempted by something that is not going to work out. They might feel that way. And so they're being protective. And here we have control tactics again. This is a strong sign when a card comes out twice here, Leo. There is someone very controlling in your life that you need to sort of speak to and get the reins back, because they're putting up limitations. This is the second time this came out too. You have limitations. You do have a soul tie here. And like I said, this is either a soul tie that is in your life at the moment that will deepen, or it is going to be a reunion with someone else. You have decisions to make, and boom, look at this. This came out again. You might have had recently a dark night of the soul, or you might walk into a dark night of the soul. You need to get past that in order to get to all this good stuff. You might have somebody in your professional life or your private life spying on you, watching you. This could be someone watching you online. And here you have assistance again. You have to be receptive and be open to what's being given to you. You're going to be given. You don't want to regret this. You're going to get abundance. You're going to have abundance. You're also going to have a commitment. For those of you that are in a relationship, I think this relationship will deepen to a marriage. You do have unity. And here you have twin flame again, just like you did on your year reading, your 2024 reading. You do need to practice some self-care, and I think in your situation, self-care is probably going to be standing your ground and saying, I love you, but I need to do this. I love you, but I need time to do that. And here you have your life's purpose is on the table. So this is a really important crossroads for you. I'm going to pull 3 more cards for Leo. Show me, Leo. 3 more cards. You have self-worth and expectations. Yeah. I mean, I know that, and here we have another abundant gratitude card. Your self-worth is normally very healthy. I think that sometimes secretly your self-worth plummets. You may feel some lack, but I do think it's very temporary. I think it comes in waves. And I do think you need to straighten this out, because once you get your confidence 100%, Leo, you're going to blossom. Give me 1 more for Leo. 1 more. Oh, okay. 2 more then, Spirit. You have the Ace of Air, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And yeah, we talked about this with Pluto coming into Aquarius. I really think this is going to be a lucrative time for you, Leo. I think you're going to do really well. You might have air highly aspected in your chart, or you might have one of these air signs highly aspected in your life. But either way, I get the strong feeling that the Pluto and Aquarius thing is really going to blow up your life in a good way. And here we have past suffering, lack. I think that the thing that you're coming out of, right? And you have reunion at the bottom, integration, union, and solid foundation. I'll take both. So look. All right, let's get with the suffering here. I think that the path that you were on before this, or the path that you're trying to figure out whether you need to jump off of, led to some suffering. And I'm not saying that you laid in bed and cried, but there was some suffering because you just didn't know what to do. And it does say past, so maybe this was your past. You have finally figured out what you want to do, who you want to do it with, maybe, and some people in your life aren't extremely happy about that. It is what it is type thing. You're going to have to go and do what you want to do anyway. Here with these two things, you do have some structure forming. You're forming a solid foundation here, and it's going to be integrated and create a union. And this union, in my opinion, in this card, is the union between two parts of yourself, two parts of your life, perhaps want, desire, need, abundance, money, integration. You found something that you want to do, who you want to be with, that's going to give you the love, the abundance, whatever. It could be a path, like I said, a goal, or it very well could be a relationship, but it's something in your life that isn't exactly what other people might want for you, but it is a union. But when these two halves come together, you're going to feel a structure forming. You're going to feel really good. I hope this helped, Leo. I will see you next time for your weekly or whatever. Big hugs. Namaste.